What's up, everybody? Kind of a weird video today. I had a dream last night that kind of set me off. It was a dream, it's like a reliving of something that really happened to me, and it got me, I've been thinking about this all day. As much as it may appear that I'm a socially awkward person, but I don't react in the same way that a lot of socially awkward people do. I have anxiety in social situations. And I deal with it in a very different way that I think leads people to think that I'm a much more socially adept person than I really am. You know, a lot of times when people are socially awkward, they withdraw in a social situation. And I'm perfectly fine around people that I know. Like if I'm with a group of people that I know really well, it's one thing. But when I'm around a bunch of people that I don't know, I get really awkward and really sensitive to the social situation. And I think a lot of people tend to withdraw in that situation because I think the big fucking fear is that for some reason everybody's attention is going to be focused on you. And so people withdraw and they try and be a wallflower, and I'm gonna be over here and I'm gonna be really quiet and hope that nobody pays any attention to me. I go the other way. Rather than sit there and be tied in knots with anxiety, I just put myself out there and put myself in the situation where the attention is focused on me. So I become very extroverted in situations like that. And I'm not sure what this has to do with the dream, but it's kind of explaining, I think I'm trying to explain why this type of shit bothers me so much. So in doing that, now I'm a social chameleon. I'm able to blend in with any type of group. I can get a read on a person from one sentence. And when I'm around a group of people that I've never been around before, that's really the first thing that I do is I try and get a read on what type of person they are, what their boundaries are, how far I can take things. And I'm really good at it. I never fail at it. I'm never that guy that takes things too far. For example, everybody knows that one guy who can't stop cussing, even if he's in a situation, if somebody brings a toddler to dinner, and it's people that you don't know. There's always that one fucking guy that's just piss, fuck, shit, cunt, twat, burger, dick lick, cum in my mouth. And that just, in a situation like that where I know that there are people there that are oh my fucking God, I can't handle it. When a situation gets socially awkward like that, it fucking gives me the creepy crawlies. And I had a dream last night about one of those situations that happened to me years ago. But for some reason I've held on to this situation, and I wanted to talk about it a little bit. So I used to work at a coffee shop, and this was years ago. We're talking 2001 maybe. I worked at a coffee shop with this guy named Lucas. Now Lucas was not an American native guy. He'd immigrated with his family from, I want to say, Croatia. And he had a really thick accent, really super thick accent. Not that that really matters, but that'll explain why I use an accent when I'm impersonating him in this video. But he was fluent in English. But I don't think that he really got, I don't know if there's a difference in social boundaries with Croatians and Americans. But he was always that guy. He was that guy that was always saying something that was a little bit fucked up that caused everybody in the room to just stop speaking. And it was almost as if you could hear the crickets, He would say something and then everybody was just that awkward fucking pause. This happened, and I've held on to this situation as one of the most socially awkward fucking things that's ever happened to me in my entire life. So I'm working at this coffee shop with Lucas one day, and I'm manning the register. So I'm taking people's orders and taking their money, and Lucas is making the drinks. And this woman walks in with a young toddler kid. And with toddlers, sometimes it's hard to tell whether they're boys or girls. And I know what you're thinking right off the bat. That's really not that big of a deal. It happens all the time. It goes so far beyond the fact that he got the sex of this child wrong. So this woman walks in with a toddler, and there was something wrong with the toddler's face. There was a really bad case of rosacea, or some sort of a rash or something on this kid's face. It was just, it was apparent that there was something that was not right with this kid. Not that it fucking matters, but it was just like, you notice that shit. You notice that shit, you make note of it in your head, and you move on, I mean, the kid wasn't fucking hideous and covered in sores, but, it was very, there was something going on. And it was one of those kids that was dressed in kind of a unisex outfit, so you couldn't really tell if it was a boy or a girl. So in that situation, you automatically think to yourself, okay, I'm not going to say, oh, what's her name? Really? Really? The phone's going to fucking ring? Like now? You know what? I'm going to take this phone call. Fuck it. Hello? Do we have Splenda? My wife is shopping. I don't think we have Splenda, no. I think we are out of Splenda. I'm making a video. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're out of Splenda, honey. Okay, I love you. Bye. Sorry, I'm not going to re-record this video. You're just going to have to hear my Splenda conversation. Anyway, so where was I? You couldn't tell if it was a little boy or a little girl. Rosacea on the face. So you make a mental note not to say anything about the fucking rosacea and not to make any comments about the kid's sex. You're not going to say, oh, that's a cute little boy. If you're going to say anything about the kid, you're going to say, oh, that's a cute kid. What's going on? Hey, just talk to the kid a little bit, but don't make any sexually, don't. Fucking Lucas. So anyway, I take the order. This woman orders like a small coffee and a little kid's hot chocolate for the kid. So I take the order, I take, the money, I pass the order off to Lucas, who starts making the drinks. He makes the coffee, he makes the hot chocolate, and he puts it up on the counter. And he goes, yes, that's one small coffee and one kid's hot chocolate for the little red-faced boy. And I literally came that close to shitting in my pants. Because not that it was not like funny, like shitting in your pants, but like my bowels almost let go. Because I could not believe the impropriety. I just sat there with this stunned fucking look on my face. And I froze. And this woman was visibly fucking upset. I mean, her face was like, and she like grabbed her drinks and like eyeballed Lucas all the way out the fucking front door. And I had to say something. Like after about 5 minutes, I said, just out of nowhere, there were no customers in earshot, and I said, Lucas, what the fuck was that? And he said, what? What did I said, the little red-faced boy? I was like, I think it was a little girl. And what the fuck was the red face, man? What's the deal with the red face? I don't know why this still bothers me to this day, but it's something I've never forgotten about, and that dream just like brought it all to the forefront. And I can, like, when I think about it, just telling this story, I feel the same way. Like I've held on to that. For like since the year 2000 or 2001, this has been like festering with me. And I could name you like thousands of other little socially awkward. I mean, for some reason I have a fucking sharp memory for that shit. But that particular situation, am I alone in this? Or is there anybody else that's really sensitive to socially awkward situations? Like I'm not sure where this video is going, but I'd like to hear from a few people. Like, are you really sensitive to socially awkward situations? Are you on the other end of it? Are you the person that's constantly creating the socially awkward situation? Or do you exist in some sort of like middle ground where you can just let that shit go? Anyway, good talking to you. Until next time, peace. Fucking Lucas.